Last night, we finished the 190 Evo 2 Replica. Well, I say finished, we still have a full powertrain and interior to do, but we finished it on the exterior so that we could take it to WekFest and driven 14 hours away in Seattle and Vancouver. Today, I'm gonna be on the road with Jason and all the other boys from Infamous, and we're gonna see if we can make it all the way there without the 190 braking. Okay, should I call Scotty and Ethan?
Yes.
The next morning, we're about to rush to the border.
I've got one more gift for you, TJ.
What did you bring?
So you can smell like excellence the entire drive.
Mercedes-Benz for men.
You can smell like Lewis Hamilton.
Flex on you guys.
That's crazy.
So we got Scotty with the 370 Nismo.
Yeah.
He's going to be the one that should have no problems, but you never know. Then we got Mateo, who's more likely to have problems in the Aristo.
No chance.
We'll see. And then you've got me, who's the most likely. So we will hopefully not have any problems, but we're gonna find out. Also, we have to rush the border right now because they are probably gonna shut it.
And you're late.
At 1 p.m. Yeah, I'm late. Before we could start heading to the border, I needed to get gas.
Also, everyone has gas? No, TJ doesn't.
No. And when we arrived at the gas station, we were trying to cool the car down because it was already going up to 100 degrees, just sitting in traffic. So Jason had the idea to try and reroute my washer sprayer, which wasn't working, to spray into the fan in an attempt to try and prevent the car from overheating when we get into bigger cities. Having to shut the car off because it's so hot in the temperature. We also have like barely enough time to get to the border before it turns into absolute chaos, right, Jason?
Mm-hmm. We already might be too late. Well, 150. We just slowed down a bit. What sounds like, because we were at 3,000 RPM for the last while. 3,000 RPM, we're doing about a buck 20.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's quicker than we thought. I thought we were averaging like 100. So yeah, this tower keeps up with traffic, like on the highway, fine. Like,
better than I thought.
I think we could do 140, no problem. Like, you're not struggling at all.
No. The car drove great the rest of the way. We cruised, had a beautiful view of the mountains, the hills, and it was nice seeing Mateo and Scotty ahead of me. And then we got to the border. Bets on them inspecting this vehicle?
I think we're okay. I think we're chill.
I wonder what they're gonna think when they see this bright blue Benz roll through. I bet they've never seen anything like this, honestly.
I think they're too grumpy to care.
Maybe I'm just overestimating their happiness. But I'm going first. We've got the crew behind us because I figured why not hit them with the heaviest hitter first.
This guy doesn't even have a license plate.
No. So, we'll see what they say. Hopefully we get through with no problems. Hello, Seattle, the car show. Yeah. And to both Jason and I's surprise, they actually asked us to pull over to the side. So we don't know if we're gonna get searched or what's about to happen.
Searched.
Crap. I've never had this happen.
Me neither, actually.
I guess this car, they didn't like it.
That guy seemed like one of those grumpy guys that I was talking about.
Yeah. We're gonna get searched. Yeah, we can't go in.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, they're probably gonna search Scotty and Mateo.
It depends if they lie to say if they're with us or not. But I mean, 3 cool cars.
They're gonna know. If they say they're not with us, then it's gonna be really like, what's going on? Well, didn't honestly expect to get searched.
I kinda did.
I didn't. I really thought they just let us in.
Gave Scott? Oh no, I think Scotty handed him something else. I don't know.
The moment of truth. Will Scotty make it through the border or get pulled out like us?
Good thing we went B.
Is Scotty gonna be sent over to us? No!
He's good. Are you good?
What? What?
Oh. Alright, well, we'll see you in, I don't know how long.
Is Mateo gonna get searched now that I can't believe they let him go?
This car's not a blue Mercedes, man.
But like,
it's a respectable car.
Turns out they then called us in to question us not to search the vehicle. And when we came out, we found that Mateo had also been called in. Mateo did end up getting pulled in.
That's because he's German.
German. kind of shaking. Well, we are back in the car now. They didn't search the vehicle. All they wanted to do was ask me a few questions. We're all good. So my heart's racing. It always is.
It's funny. No, this is the first for me. I just normally just go through.
Have you ever been called in?
I've been not called in like that. I had to wait while someone else was getting searched once. Brigade.
I almost every time I cross the border, no matter plane, car, anything, I have to go and talk.
Huh.
Every time. There's Scotty waiting down the hill for everyone, all his comrades. Look at him.
You can't see that.
We thought this might be a good time to check up on the 190 and see how it's doing.
So that's better even.
Where's it
I
rubbing?
don't think the camera will pick it up. You can see the patches where the paint's worn away. It's that area I hammered out.
Actually, and I was like, we don't have a hotel booked yet, so I obviously don't have an address. But he said we can just use the convention center. They're just like where you go.
Yeah, it must be visa related. They
Yeah,
don't give a shit.
yeah, 100%.
But the important thing is, we made it to America! Yes! We made it!
I am so happy that it has been problem free so far. And it is running amazing. Staying cool. We are past the security and we're off on the road again.
Back on the road again. Oh yeah. All right, we've made it to the first rest stop, which is this insane view. Oh my goodness. The car's made it.
So, no one has data, right?
I have data.
You have data now?
I have data.
Where's the closest town / thing?
Where's the closest civilization?
We're thinking about turning around and going back to the Cattle Baron supper club.
I feel like that's gonna be you in like 2 years. With a Porsche? That was Ethan. Yeah, 997. You look like that kind of guy. Thanks. You're in the passenger seat. Our first fuel stop of the trip. I don't know, what do you think you're getting in fuel economy?
I think I get about 600 kilometers to my 55-liter tank. So I don't know. I'm not a math guy.
Someone can do the math.
Yeah.
I have no idea
put it up on
because
the
mine
screen.
isn't
I don't
working. Yeah, if Logan knows that. But
Yeah.
I have no idea. My speedometer's not working, my mileage isn't going up, my trip odometer's not working, so I have no idea.
So that means you're not increasing your mileage at all by this road trip?
I'm keeping it
That's
collector grade,
Perfect.
low
Yeah,
miles,
yeah.
260 something thousand
It's a
kilometers.
good strategy, actually.
But sometimes when the speedometer does work, then the mileage goes up. So it like keeps it so that if you look at the history, you can't tell that.
That's
it just,
good. That's good.
So bring a trailer. So I think I'm done. How much am I at? $28.
Gallon thing is
6.3 gallons. I forgot about this. I'm used to this. I completely forgot. That's also $28 US. We then continued on our journey up the mountains into some pretty intense roads when all of a sudden this happened. Okay, so little update. I had to pull over something. I don't know what just happened, but I heard metal clanking and a bolt sounded like. I pulled over. Matteo and Scotty are up at the head of the road. Matteo was supposed to stay behind me, but then we got on this road. Scotty missed a turn, so we had to loop back around, and I was in the back. And then I came around this corner, and I don't know, along this road, something happened. There's a bolt right here. I don't know if this is from my car. It sounded like it was. I don't know where they are. I have no cell signal, so who knows how long it's going to be till they get back here. Oh, man. What could that be? I mean, everything looks all right. At first, I thought it was this that broke. This is fine. Bumper's fine. What could it be? I then, by some miracle, got a cell signal for a few minutes and was able to call Jason so that he finally came back and we were able to figure out what the problem was. Now, when Jason and Ethan inspected the bolt, they didn't recognize it, but we were still pretty sure it did come from my car because it looked period correct with oil, a little bit of rust on it like everything else underneath the car. However, Ethan tightened everything down, so what could this be?
I wonder, there's a small chance you just like picked it up with the tire.
It was right when I went over all the bumps, and then it just sounded like it fell out. We still weren't sure where on earth this bolt came from.
A bolt that massive can only be for a few things.
And something that massive coming loose is rare.
Which is exactly why I was extremely concerned.
I think we should at least try going up the road a bit.
Yeah.
Only worry is just like, yeah, it was this side's engine that broke, but the engine doesn't look like it's moving.
All the suspension bolts have been torqued, and like the ones that need locks.
The other thing is, like, when a bolt slowly backs out, it wears out the threads a lot.
Yeah.
And this looks like a perfect bolt. Like, this looks like a bolt someone took out and like left in there, and then it just rattled out over the bumps, you know?
I'm surprised we wouldn't have heard it until now. We decided let's just try and make it down the mountain, and fingers crossed nothing goes wrong.
This road is crazy.
Yeah, it's so good.
Pretty dangerous road to be testing something like this.
True. Yeah, there's no guardrails at all.
All part of the adventure.
The other problem we had was the car was rubbing a lot in the rear because we lowered the suspension too much.
What? Oh my gosh. This road is crazy.
How on earth did Mateo do it?
He was ripping it. It was awesome. He wasn't rubbing at all.
Eventually, will it just self-clearance or no?
No.
No.
Thankfully, we made it to a rest stop. So we think it's just a miscellaneous bolt.
No, is it this rubbing?
It's that, yeah.
Oh yeah, you can feel it.
You can see, if you look up, you can see the,
Oh my gosh, look,
undercoating there.
it's rubbing quite a bit.
I'm just hoping it doesn't go through the undercoating and then hit the metal.
It is. It's hitting the metal.
You shouldn't cut it.
No, it's hitting, like, so the lips like this. Like, this is where my weld is.
Oh, okay.
It's rubbing here.
Okay.
Like, on the shoulder.
And it's on the tread blocks, not the sidewall.
Yeah, exactly. It just sounds bad. I don't think it'll ever run through.
But at least we had a nice view to look at as we continued down the mountain. Wow, these roads are pretty crazy. You ever driven here before? Okay, we've now got to the bottom of the hill. We don't think the bolt was that important because nothing's wrong. The brakes seem a little fried.
Nah, they're not fried, they're just hot.
That's why they're making that sound?
We had to work the car out a little bit because we had to keep it moving from it overheating, so had to carry a little bit of speed between those corners.
So now we're gonna put the new wheel bolts, what am I saying? Now we're gonna put the center caps finally on the wheels, which is like the final touch of this build for phase 1. I can't wait because you torque the wheels down and they're all good, they don't move. So let's start. Boys caught up with us, so now we can go and get lunch, and we're gonna, okay, we can go get lunch and jack the car up and see what could be wrong with it. Ethan, you think it's good?
Yeah, I don't even think the bolt's from your car. I think you ran over it.
Yeah.
You don't see anything?
Yeah, there's nothing that we touched or anything that looks out of place that is wrong, so.
Yeah, I agree.
So this bolt, some random other person in Montana's.
Maybe keep that in case we need it.
Now, just to take a moment to appreciate how far we've come. At midnight last night, after 3 months, we finally got the car finished. We've now made it 4 hours across the border into Montana and are currently driving through East Glacier National Park. Everything, even though with a few hiccups, has been going smoothly, but things are about to change. Okay. So the car was just misfiring really bad.
No power. Like, it's firing real bad. It's skipping. It's like that was weird. We couldn't accelerate anything.
Not great.
Did you see, did our hazards turn on?
No, you pressed the switch. And
Yeah.
I didn't see anything. No. I
Yeah.
saw your hands and I was like, what's going on? But yeah.
Boy, never a dull moment with road tripping this car.
One problem after the other.
Like, did it die or just...
It died after we stopped.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Should I call Scotty and Ethan?
Yes.
We were just cruising along at about 60 kilometers an hour when all of a sudden the car started misfiring really bad, and the only warning sign was the RPM gauge was going crazy. Any ideas what's happening?
Nope, not at all.
Is it even starting? It's dead. Can we put the windows up? So we have enough power for that.
Something is freaking out.
No one had any idea what was wrong with the car, and I could tell Jason was pretty upset that it wasn't making it. Okay, we got enough power to put the windows up. No hazards.
No hazards at all. We've got a terrible wiring issue, I think, is what's going on. A very bad ground or something. I think it's suspicious. Like, I think this is related to when me and Scotty touched hands and there were sparks between our fingers.
Earlier on the road trip, as we were making our way to the Montana border, Jason and Scotty put their arms out of each car and were able to touch hands on the highway. Unfortunately, this caused a massive electric shock for both of them, and Jason thinks that has an effect on what's wrong with the car.